I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna see how all this stuff goes. You know, it's always fun to kind of a band. Well, really, it was a football award ceremony, and they had the band come play the school song. So I just got back from doing that. It was a lot of fun, but right now I am pretty tired. So we're just gonna see how this goes. Kind of, I'm exhausted if you guys can't tell. But I'm probably gonna play a little bit of a game. I might do like a shortened game, just so I'm not, just sitting and doing all that stuff. So we're gonna see how this stuff goes. So anyway, enough of the repetitive talking. I'm just gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and go with no thanks. I already have a roster, so thank you very much. But anyway, yeah. So far, I've been enjoying the game. It's really fun. I think the only way you can do really a career mode per se is if you do a franchise and you play as a player. But I'm not super interested in doing that because that'll take a lot of time. But it is what it is. A game. Let's see. Alright. And no, I'm not going to be playing as Cowboys, even though it is my team. I'm going to see what other options there are. Was finally able to get the Color Rush uniforms, which I was really excited about. Getting to play with those, because like a lot of them are like really nice. I know that the Carolina Panthers, they have a pretty good looking Color Rush uniform. Heck, even the, a lot of the teams have really good Color Rush uniforms, but not CM Punk. I don't even know why I'm thinking CM Punk right now. But even like the Eagles, I guess the Buffalo Bills have a pretty good one. The Bears have a pretty good uniform. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, let's see. I don't know who I'm going to be. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see how this goes. This is an 87. See how this... Honestly, have no idea who I'm going to be. I could be Panthers. First off, let me see which roster I'm working with right now. Because... Alright, manage rosters. Because I do have my roster set up where I'm quarterback of the Panthers, which they don't have me on this one. Let's see where they have me. Okay, they have me as a running back for the Saints, which, all right. So this one keeps loading the I think Ultimate Teams or my actual custom roster, but well, let's go ahead. We'll play as Saints. All right. So all right. I'm not really sure who I'm gonna face. I'm gonna be the away team. But no, I kind of want to talk about a couple things aside from school. A little bit of thoughts on the Super Bowl. I went and watched it. I mean, it's been a couple of weeks, about a week or two, give or take, since the Super Bowl has been over. I can honestly say that game was really, pretty exciting, pretty stressful. But here, let's go ahead and play the. Let's go ahead and play the Browns. But that game, honestly, watching it was a nail biter. Complete nail biter. I remember the whole time it was super. Just super stressful to watch, and then. But either way, I found that there's just a lot of stuff about it that I'm still kind of like about mainly the outcome and how the Falcons blew 20 with that. I mean, you can't take away from the fact. I mean, they did pretty great. I don't know why that's the alternate. Oh, I thought that was Color Rush. Anyway, but no, I don't know. There's so much that they could have done in the game, but I mean, I was still happy with it. I think that Tom Brady doesn't have anything else to prove, really, just because I mean he's done a lot for the team, and I think if he doesn't retire, there's something else that he has. I think he feels like he has left to prove. Which, if that's the case, it's whatever. But I think next season, it could go to anyone really. I have a lot of hopes for the Cowboys to make it to the Super Bowl, and I think just with what they've been able to put up, I think it'll be good. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and make this 4-minute quarters. I don't want to, I don't want it to take forever. But we'll just go ahead and start the game. But yeah, so the Super Bowl was really good. I was interested in it. Now that stuff is kind of off to the side, the current situation in the NBA, the playoffs, they're going to be crazy. Whoever makes it, I have a feeling it's going to be the Cavaliers and the Warriors again. Mainly because they're just both those teams are powerhouses in the NBA right now. I can see it, and it would be a great game. It wouldn't be terrible, but it would be repetitive and it would be sad. But to see that happen again, but my biggest issue right now in the NBA is the current reaction in the way that Kevin Durant is being kind of just being completely. He's being booed for signing with Golden State. Yeah, and I understand. People feel like, oh, well, he could have stayed with, OKC and stuff like that. But, and he could have brought them, to a championship. But, I mean, you can only do so much for a team, and I know that Russell Westbrook, he decided to stay, and he's been doing some pretty good things. But, I mean, billing a guy for making, just making a decision that he felt that was best for him and best for his career and best for his financial situation, which, I mean, I'm not saying his financial situation was terrible. I mean, he made, millions of dollars, I imagine, but, you can't just stay somewhere just because the fans want you to stay there. I mean, if that was the case, Michael Jordan would have never left the Bulls. No person that has ever switched teams would switch teams. I mean, that's it just wouldn't happen. And I mean, people need to understand that. Yeah, it may suck, but you can't. I mean, if it's to the point where you're buying his jerseys, I mean, spending your own money to buy a jersey just that just so you can burn it, there's no point in that. What are we gonna get on that? That it better be holding on offense, because it wasn't a late hit. It wasn't roughing the passer or anything like that. How is that roughing the passer? He didn't even throw the ball. That's stupid. But anyway, yeah, KD, he honestly, whenever I found out that he signed with Golden State, I was actually surprised that he signed with them. I figured that he wasn't going to stay with OKC, which isn't, I mean, a big deal. I mean, players switch teams a lot. You don't see it. I mean, you don't really see it as often. But like Dwayne Wade, he went back to Boston, and no one batted an eye at that. Him leaving the Heat, he had been with the Heat for a long time. People don't, understand that. I mean, LeBron James practically did the same thing. I mean, he left Cleveland to go to the Heat, and then he left the Heat to go back to Cleveland. I mean, people need to understand it's a business, and that's what all the guys are doing. They're businessmen. They're independent. They're like, I mean, it's kind of stupid to compare wrestling to basketball, but wrestlers, they're their own personal contractors. They do their work. They go and they play, and they do what they do. But for me, I think KD moving over to Golden State, It's great for it was great for Golden State. I have KD, and that's just because Golden State. They're Golden State. They're just insane. But I think KD. I mean, no athlete just wants to be in a sport and never win a championship. I mean, that's just no one wants to do that. And I mean, for fans to expect them to be like, we want you to stay here and waste your whole career and never win a championship. I mean, it's kind of messed up. So, a couple of other things. Elimination Chamber is tonight. I went from football to basketball to wrestling. But yeah, Elimination Chamber's tonight. I'm pretty excited about it. Gonna kind of see how things go and see how they decide to do some things. Let me see. Check my depth chart. All right. Wait, do they have me? All right. Move me up to wide receiver. I'm pretty good wide receiver. But anyway, I am. Back to Elimination Chamber. I am kind of anxious to see how they run, where they go with the match. I already have a feeling Bray Wyatt's going to win it, which should be pretty fun to see how that plays out. I know they're trying to set up for for WrestleMania, which I'm actually pretty excited for WrestleMania. I don't know about you guys. Well, I mean, kind of. This is that's if Seth can make it to WrestleMania, considering, hoping that his injury isn't going to be something holding him back. By the way, that's number 30. That's your boy, Dylan Scott. Ran that in. Second play of the drive. Your boy, catching it and then running it in for that TD. Pretty good stuff. It's pretty nice. Okay, let's go for two. I'm feeling extra stingy today. Let's do this. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to talking a little bit about football. I am pretty excited for high school football next year, and some college football. I'll be going to a D3 school, so it's not like a whole bunch of football, like big serious football. I mean, it is, but I'm excited for that. I'm excited for D1 colleges. Gonna kind of see maybe if it's gonna be a different game next year. Maybe Oklahoma, or not Oklahoma. If Alabama and Clemson make it back, maybe somebody will knock them out, and we can see a different game, and it's not same thing over and over again. But we'll see. I'm excited about high school football because my high school, their old head coach he decided to move to Sealy, Texas, to take a job coaching there. So I'm excited to see how things go next year. The majority of our team is graduating, so it should. But most of our team is graduating next year, and it'll be something cool to see how things do. I know a lot of JV is going to have to get pulled up to try to compensate for pretty much all the offensive line and defensive line players that are leaving. We still have a couple big guys. We have guys like Jeremiah Barrera, and I think that's the only junior offensive and defensive line that I can think of, which is kind of shows you. I mean, we're having a lot of players leave next year, but the new coach, there's no telling what he's going to talk about, what he's going to implement. So I mean, it'll be cool. I know we have our quarterback, Chris Thompson, is going to be back next year. He's a junior. He'll be a senior next year. We got a really good wide receiver, Kobe Clark, I'm pretty sure if anybody's watching this, especially people from Sweetwater, you know who Kobe Clark is. Just look up Kobe Clark State Championship highlights. It was, I mean, crazy dude. If he doesn't get picked up from a D1 college, I don't know what's going to go on. But yeah, so far I'm leading this game. Saints are leading against the Cleveland Browns, which really isn't a surprise. Cleveland Browns are kind of terrible. Ooh, fumble, come on, and recover. Oh, ooh, RKO out of nowhere. No, but that was nasty. That was ugly right there. They just gave that up big time. Knocked the crap out of them. Oh man, but yeah. So I'm excited to see how Sweetwater Mustangs do next year. I know it'll be different not having Coach Mob there, and it'll be really difficult for a lot of experience, a new coach and all that, because Coach Mob had been there for about maybe 5 or 6 years. I want to say about 5 years, because I think he came back my 8th grade year, or he started coaching, being the head coach my 8th grade year. But you know, it'll be something cool to see. But yeah. So let's see how. I'm gonna see how this game turns out. All right. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and resign. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna finish out the game, shut down the live stream, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. You guys can already expect that I'm gonna be making tons and tons of touchdowns, so it's gonna be pretty much repetitive. So I'll catch you guys later.